Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, where Daf Sanchez is on pole for Guillermo Perez and Remy LeBeau. Fourth place sees Lam-Fong, followed by last time out race winner Nicholas Palomino. Charles Hernandez and teammate Sebastian Ocampo start 6th and 7th. Then it's Ash Cornwell, Casper LeBeau and Matthew Hart the top 10. Outside of it, Davy Cerqueira starts 11th from Kazuki Takahana and Danny Ortega. Then it's your boy Vita Alves and Francis Austin, and he's followed by his teammate Ray Shen. Daniel Baltasar starts 18th from first Theo, then it's the back three: Ahmed Cilia, Nunez Garcia, and Dominic Vanisla. Well, it's great to return to the streets of Las Vegas, Nevada. Daf Sanchez on pole. Can he take his first win of the season? All 5 lights go on! And the ChampCar Grand Prix of the streets of Las Vegas is underway, and it's a good start from Guillermo Perez off the line. He's already drawing level as they come through turn 1. Remy LeBeau's the one who makes a lunge, though. He moves up into second position in that number 26 car. Can he try and throw it around the outside? He can't. Perez comes right back at him and heading down the back straight. Look at this from the 3. Moves in front of Daf Sanchez. In fact, he's got Remy LeBeau for company, trying to figure out where he's going to go. There goes the man in the 3. Guillermo Perez takes the lead. Daniel Baltasaro further back. 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. The 72 of Daf Sanchez, now he's going to have to attack Guillermo Perez in front of him as target Chip Ganassi looks to try and take 2 consecutive race wins. Perez leads from Sanchez and Remy LeBeau. On board we are with the number 72. And Daf Sanchez, he's actually got a good run heading down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Going 2x2 with Perez, using attack charge, and he charges all the way up into the race lead. Good stuff from Daf Sanchez to get back in front of Guillermo Perez. Meanwhile, Nicholas Palomino working on a lunge to try and get himself up into the podium positions. Almost couldn't get past Lam-Fong as he now moves side by side with Remy LeBeau heading down into the main straight. We've seen many an incident happen coming through the final corner on the opening lap before. Will Fong be another victim? He won't, thankfully, as they head through and begin lap number 2. Into the wall for Theo. I almost thought we were going to have a completely clean opening lap, but someone had to take the fall, and it unfortunately had to be the Penske driver. In terms of a tyre outlook here in Vegas today, as everyone's got attack mode behind Daf Sanchez, Perez, Lam-Fong, Matthew Hart, Vita Alves, and Danny Ortega, the drivers who started this race on the mediums. Francis Austin's the only man who started this race on the hards. Everyone else started on the softs. We expect the softs to last about 3 laps, the mediums to last about 3.5, and the hard tires to last the full 4 laps, or about 1/3 of the race distance. As Lam-Fong drops behind Nicholas Palomino, the 2 Power Motorsport men have swapped positions. Takahana defending from Davy Cerqueira. Honestly, this feels so tough that for Davy, while he's not too happy being down in P10, P9, I'm sure he needs to just get used to the fact that this field in ChampCar, very compressed. The top 15, I'd go as far as to say, any race can win. As here comes Remy LeBeau, a member of that top 5. He takes the lead in front of Daf Sanchez. Ocampo moves up into P3. This is what I'm talking about. Hernandez dropped to P8, but big news. Lam-Fong is now down in 7th. Remy LeBeau leading this race comfortably. He comes in, so Sanchez reclaims the race lead. I expect this opening stint, if you can make your tires last to about 3 or 4 laps, that's going to be great news for you, because it means that you can make it with a lot less stops, as Cerqueira running up in 4th, getting overtaken by Charles Hernandez and Kazuki Takahana right behind him. On board we are with car number 11 at 40% tyre wear, so this really is the last lap that you can run with the soft tyres before you face any real problems. It's a very, very long track that we've got here in Nevada. We've been running this race since Season 1 in Formula E at this layout. And as of all the drivers who have come into the pits, we like doing this when we can. Ocampo leads them in 15th. LeBeau, Palomino, your boy, and Ash Cornwell. All of those drivers who came into the pits, they're on the hards. Ocampo's come out of the pits on the softs. Lam-Fong, Ortega, and teammate Theo, so they had to double stack down at Team Penske. they're all on the mediums, which is definitely an interesting tire choice. Perez up ahead, closing in on Dav Sanchez. Meanwhile, Sanchez's teammate not able to get past Casper. Here comes Guillermo Perez in the number 3 car. He doesn't make the lunge through the W section. I repeat, he does not make the lunge. And now Hyperdrive Racing, they've got a very tough ask to do right now. They can only really pull in one car from this situation, and they pull in Dav Sanchez with Perez and Casper LeBeau right behind. So Davy Cerqueira leads in Vegas. He's at 18% tire wear. He's got Sims Takahata right behind him as well. So both of them in the exact same boat. Ocampo now leads. Vanislav stays out with Francis Austin as well. So for all the drivers who are running 4 laps, you've got one of them who certainly should be able to make it to the end of this lap at 34% tire wear. Remy LeBeau almost looks as if he could have made a pass there but couldn't. Ocampo is actually in the best position in his entire ChampCar World Series career to take a race win. I don't think that we've seen something better. Here comes Palomino. There goes Palomino. Vanislav, the points leader, he's fading fast in that number 98 car. The 98, most famously attributed with Ben Allen Lee. Ocampo with the fastest opening sector in 3rd place as the KV Racing Lotus hits 3%. And for Davy Cerqueira heading on to the main straight, and Ocampo moves up into 2nd. I don't think that Cerqueira's got too much left in those soft compound tires. They're gone. Full car puncture for the number 19. Similar story for Sims Takahata. Austin just about making his way down the straight as Vanislav suffers a full car puncture as well. That's 3 on the same lap. Cerqueira overtaken by Palomino. These guys are going to have to weave through literal moving chicanes. This is something that we don't see every day. And we got contact further back. Ray Shen with a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision that's seemingly with Sims Takahata. It's Garcia getting past, and Cerqueira now working as that main moving chicane. Ocampo dives down into the pits, so Palomino now leads this race from Remy LeBeau and Guillermo Perez. Nubert Nunez Garcia getting a time penalty for causing a collision. Vita Alves right behind him now. And for Cerqueira, Takahata, and crucially for the championship, Dominic Vanislav, that might wind up being the end of their days. You can only really run 3 laps on the soft compound tires. Nothing more, nothing less. The hards can do 4, as we saw Austin come into the pits with no problem. So that's why I expect to see most drivers stay on the hard compound tire for most of this race. If they don't finish on the hard tires, then they must have come in around lap 10, only really lap 10. They can't do much more than that, otherwise they risk having a puncture. Casper LeBeau is the man with the fastest lap. He's right behind his dad, probably learning a little something as they head down onto the Las Vegas Boulevard together. I wonder what it's like to be racing alongside your son, but not in the same team. I wouldn't know what that's like, as Remy LeBeau, in that 26, with the rear wing wide open, he's going to get passed by his own son, heading down the boulevard. Casper LeBeau moves up into P3. Remy LeBeau tries to reclaim that position. He's making the lunge, trying to go around the outside of his son, as he's now in front of Dav Sanchez. Francis Austin with the fastest second sector of anyone. 2 by 2 they remain, but I think Perez is coming in here. He will be, almost certainly, as he's on the inside line. No, Perez doesn't come in, but Palomino does. Remy LeBeau comes into the pits as well, and at half race distance, it's now Casper LeBeau getting a time penalty. Contact with Guillermo Perez as they head down the hill. These two have raced against each other in the Ace Championship, what's now known as the FG Series. And it's Perez who's got attack mode. This camera's beginning to struggle again. This is a consistent issue we're having with the top 2 ERL series. Our camera's just not catching up for some reason. Likely to do with the heat here in Nevada, at least we can explain that. And that 34... Oh, Matthew Hart further backing a time penalty for causing a collision with Charles Hernandez, but for 34. He's been caught by Dav Sanchez. Just taking a look at the tyres for everyone else. Ash Cornwell's got the oldest tyres of anyone alongside Theo, but both of them can make it into the pits. with minimal issue, I'm sure, by the end of this lap. And watch the rear wing open up for Hyperdrive Racing's World Drivers' Champion. As we head down the Las Vegas Boulevard, the rear wing isn't even open yet. They reach the attack mode activation point. The rear wing opens up for the 72, and he takes second place. He's also going to try and go for the lead almost surely. Looking back with a 3. Is that a pass for Daf Sanchez? It won't be, but Casper's setting one up. Try to go around the outside, and he got cut off. He's coming in. I'm almost certain he is. As they head down onto the pit straight, in comes the 3, the 72, and the 34. It's a 1-2 for Power Motorsport then. Sebastian Ocampo leads from teammate Charles Hernandez and Francis Austin. And actually, we do need to take a look at Verse Theo here. What are his tires looking like after 3 laps? 4%. So 3 laps on the mediums isn't even all that safe. I expect it to be something similar if you do 3 laps on the softs. So for everyone who's done 2, it's Kazuki Sims Takahana sets the fastest lap of this race, dueling away with his teammate. Tire strategy in 5 laps time, heck in 4 laps time, is going to be a big question. For everyone who's just come in, they likely have another stop to make. What are the former race leaders currently on? Softs for Guillermo Perez, mediums for Daf Sanchez. No one who just came into the pits went on to a set of the hard compound tires as Davide Carreras dropped down to P15. Sanchez going 2x2 with Vida Alves. Easy pass as Vida is down to 27% in that number 12 car. And also, just going to point this out real quick. We had this issue last time out. It's been fixed. You can barely tell. Andretti Green Racing now with a very dark blue. Meanwhile, Dragon Racing with the black that you expect. And I think that's Remy LeBeau going 2x2 with Hernandez. It is. Remy's up into 3rd. He's got another stop to make. Again, I'll reiterate it. Everyone's got at least one more stop to make. If you're at 3%, could be 2. Ocampo hits us onto 4 to go. 66% of this race is complete. Remy LeBeau comes in, Hernandez comes in, Austin comes in. Casper LeBeau sets a fastest 3rd sector of anybody. And I expect pit lane to get very frantic here. Nunez Garcia's come in and has served his 5-second time penalty. Davide Carrera comes in, straps on a set of mediums, which won't take him to the end. Already said this, the hards are the tires that will take you to the end. As here comes Daf Sanchez making the pass on your boy. Trying to close up to the back of Guillermo Perez, the man he's really fighting for position with. This likely won't be for the lead of the race, but they have clawed Nicholas Palomino here. And Palomino closing that gap between himself and his teammate, actually, so that's not good at all. Vanislav actually quite a ways off the back of the pack. Here comes Guillermo Perez up into 2nd place for the man who won in Portland last season. His teammate won last time out in Austin, Texas, in the Lone Star Grand Prix. Ocampo holding the race lead by barely anything as there goes Daf Sanchez back up into P3, chasing down his title rival, it seems, as Ocampo losing pace going down the back straight. Remy LeBeau further back with a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision into the pits for Daf Sanchez. And everyone, it seems, Perez leads. What tires for Sanchez? It's another set of mediums. That's gonna be close. He's cutting it close. But if Vida Alves' last stint on the mediums or anything to go by, they should be good to the end. But more than anything, you want to be on the hard tires if you're coming in at this stage. You want to have that security. The mediums are a tire that you can have, and it's a tire that Palomino doesn't have in 12th. That's bad news. No one's out there on the hards, actually. Why aren't they? Do none of the teams have any hard tires left to use? They don't. I don't think any of the teams have hards. So this is bad news for most every team. Has just come in, and otherwise, Matthew Hart now runs down in 11th as Ocampo gets past him. Palomino probably going to follow through. Daf Sanchez runs in 13th. He's on course for a podium today if things are to continue as is. Vita Alves with a fastest opening sector of anybody. But expect the tyres to start blowing up around lap 11, guys, because if no one else comes into the pits, we are going to see some serious tyre blowouts here in Las Vegas. That's just the desert heat for you. As here comes the 72. Odds on to P12. That's going to be P11 past Ash Cornwell. He's really trying to step on it as Hernandez gets past Shen. Tries to get past Lam Fong as well. Perez comes in. Francis Austin stays out. Remy LeBeau stays out for lap 10. Ahmed Cilia comes down into pit lane. Lam Fong comes in. Shen, I believe, has just dove into the pits. His teammate Charles Hernandez, though, for Sebastian Ocampo. Ocampo stays up with Hernandez, so one of these two is not going to have a very good final lap. Because with 2 laps to go, at this stage, if you've got a tyre that is 1 lap old, you can only really be on the mediums or the hards. Hernandez got overtaken by his teammate there, 48% for Charles. That's very bad news because the tyres around here, as I stated at the top of the show, they blow up. 3.5 laps is the most you can do on the mediums. 3 laps is the most you can do on the softs. 4 laps is the most that you can do on the hards. So for all of the drivers actually who came in around lap 9, that was basically the first opportunity you had to make it to the end as Palomino gets past Charles Hernandez. He's on the soft, so he's got pace, but he's not got tyre life. That is the problem for the Target Chip Ganassi driver who won last time out. This is going to get quite hectic as here comes Remy LeBeau. He's harbouring a 5-second time penalty, but he's just going for track position as it stands. The race lead belongs to the Frenchman in the number 26 car for Team Forsyth. And now he's going to head down through the final corner. He is going to come through the final corner to start the penultimate lap. He doesn't pit. Is anyone going to come into the pits? I don't think anyone will. Sanchez runs in 5th, but as it stands, that could easily become P3 because the race leaders are both cutting it uber close. 17% for Francis Austin. That's going down on the Las Vegas Boulevard. 26% for the number 26 who leads. That's not good either. Ocampo has just cut it perfectly. Palomino on the softs at 41%. He's going to do some serious tyre management on this lap if he wants to make it to the end of this race. He's trying to defend from Daf Sanchez as well. How feasible is that? As coming down into the Las Vegas Boulevard, Remy LeBeau leads this race. 7% for Francis Austin. That's it. He's got nothing left. Ocampo 2 by 2 with the Italian driver. Second place belongs to the Power Motorsport man. Power Motorsport, a team yet to win in ChampCar, with Sebastian Ocampo, a 2-time Formula E champion. Well, it looks like he's about to. Guillermo Perez has the best tyres out of the top 9. Ahmed Cilia tied on that 1-lap tyre advantage. And there it goes for Francis Austin. Full car puncture for car 23. Palomino almost moved off into second, but here comes Daf Sanchez with an amazing launch to the lead for the reigning Drivers' Champion. Hyperdrive Racing! They had no luck last time out. Full car puncture on the final lap in Detroit. Verstios had off. What's happened down there? Slide for Vita Alves. He's hit Nunez Garcia and has created a blockade. That's including Davi Cercarara as well. But they straighten it out for the final lap where Daf Sanchez has built a second to Remy LeBeau, who coming out of turn 3 has hit 2%. He's got nothing left. Ocampo struggling too to try and make it to the end of this race. I think Casper LeBeau is going to be good as well. As Ocampo makes the launch, it's gone for Remy LeBeau. Full car puncture for the 26. Perez goes by. Palomino struggling. He runs into the back of him. Both of the Sims Formula E drivers now with time penalties. This is unbelievable. unforeseeable accidents happening today. Casper LeBeau on course for a top 4 finish as well, if Palomino suffers similar issues. Daf Sanchez is heading down the Las Vegas Strip. Ocampo is a second behind. It's not going to be a first race win for Power Motorsport today. The tyres just not quite there for that team. And we got a yellow as well. Palomino off with Remy LeBeau. That's a big one. That's a massive one. Danny Ortega's gone by. Cornwell's had enough of his own. Massive spin. Whoa! That's Carrera who's gone over, is it? No, it's Matthew Hart. The Scotsman. The flying Scotsman out of this race. Hernandez and Ash Cornwell now trying to straighten their cars out. As there's the puncture from many a driver. Cilia with a time penalty too. Full course cautions have come out to welcome Daf Sanchez back to the top step of the podium. He wins in Las Vegas. Sebastian Ocampo did what he could, but it's only good enough for second with Perez behind. Casper LeBeau will be fourth, with your boy and Ahmed Cilia flanking him. Bogdasarov running the final corner as Palomino's tyres have given up the ghost, and it's been hit! What's happened? Oh my gosh! 10-second time penalty for Verse Theo as he's got a full car puncture. His teammate's going to try and get a point today. Oh my God, sent straight up into the air. And it's 10th for Ortega as we're about to go back green, if it matters. 2 retirements, both on the final lap, as Cornwell will take 13th. And for the man who won last time out, avoided carnage. He is involved in it this time out. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Fighter Alves is going to bring up the rear of the pack. The points leader was Dominic Vanislau. The race winner last time out, Nicholas Palomino, out of this race. So with Ray Shen, where's Ray Shen? He came across the line in 8th. He's scoring 2 points after victory in Detroit. We've got 3 consecutive new race winners. I think Daf Sanchez is going to be your points leader. Sims Takahana going to come to the line in 20th, 19th rather, and second last, and Ryder Alves will be last. What an unbelievable finish. Daf Sanchez, your race winner here at the ChampCar Grand Prix of the Las Vegas streets. Second place, Sebastian Ocampo, not able to take victory, but it's still a respectable 1-2 for the 2 Filipino drivers. Guillermo Perez comes home in 3rd, giving target Chip Ganassi a podium finish. And to the rest of your finishes, Casper LeBeau 4th from your boy, and Daniel Bogdasarov, then it's Ray Shen and Ahmed Cilia, the top 10. I'm sorry, the top 8. Outside of the top 8, you've got Verse Theo and Daniel Ortega, the non-top 8 point scorers, if that makes sense. Outside of the top 10, you've got Lam Fong from Ash Cornwell and Remy LeBeau. Then it's Charles Hernandez, Nunez Garcia, Davi Carrera, Francis Austin, Dominic Vanislau, Kazuki Sims Takahana, and Vita Alves, Palomino and Matthew Hart, both having airborne DNFs. In the point standings, Daf Sanchez leads 20 points in front of Ray Shen for Andretti Green Racing. Dominic Vanislau is 3rd from Nicholas Palomino and Sebastian Ocampo, who's tied on points with Casper LeBeau. 1 point back from both of them is Guillermo Perez, and it's Vita Alves, Nunez Garcia, and Francis Austin. And then it's your boy, Verse Theo, Davi Carrera, Daniel Bogdasarov, Ahmed Cilia, Charles Hernandez, Ash Cornwell, Kazuki Takahana, Ortega, Lam Fong, and the 2 Forsyth drivers who are somehow still yet to score. So, in the team standings heading into round 4, Hyperdrive Racing lead the points from Target Chip Ganassi and Andretti Green. Then it's KV Racing Technology, Power Motorsport, Sims Racing, Dale Coyne Racing, Conquest Racing, Dragon Racing, and Team Penske with Team Forsyth yet to score. That is some bad news for Team Forsyth. They are almost certainly one of the fastest teams in the field, and they have nothing to show for it. In terms of their positions, 13th for Remy LeBeau, 14th, 11th for Matthew Hart. It's just nowhere near where that team needs to be, and everyone is hoping that they can improve. Vidal Sanchez and Ray Shen, it's game on in the championship. Palomino's certainly there too. Casper LeBeau is 5th as well. He's certainly in the championship hunt as well. But from all of us here at Sparkplug Motorsports, thank you so much for watching. The A1 Grand Prix of the United States should be immediately after this premiere. So we will see you next time then when the Electric Racing League returns.